They control the food you eat, the water you drink, the medicine you take. What if you had the ability to take the control back? What if you started living the way humans were actually designed to live? Creating your own off-grid paradise is a dream that so many people have, but so few have the knowledge and resources to make it a reality. Luckily, there are resources available to help you learn how to kickstart your homestead and take the first steps toward the perfect off-grid paradise of your dreams. So let's get right into it. 1. Research and select a location. Creating an off-grid paradise requires careful thought and research. Before you even start packing your belongings, you should make sure you select a great location for your new homestead. Think about the climate of the location you're considering. It should be one that supports your desired activities and lifestyle. Check the average precipitation, temperature, and wind speeds. Evaluate how the region will affect your crops and livestock throughout the year. Next, assess the soil quality in the area. Knowing how well the soil can hold water and how much crop nutrients it contains is an essential part of making your off-grid dream successful. Don't forget to investigate the zoning laws in the area too. You don't want to select a place that's illegal to build in or overly restrictive that will limit you either now or in the future. Finally, it's smart to research potential sources of renewable energy in the region. You may need to identify wind, water, solar, or other opportunities. Some locations may prove more efficient and cost-effective than others. The most important thing to remember when selecting an off-grid location is that it should fit your needs and reflect your lifestyle. Know what you want your day-to-day to look like and reverse engineer a plan to be in a location that will fit that lifestyle. 2. Plan your homestead layout and design. Creating the perfect homestead requires you planning the layout and design of the space so that it works together and flows. Obviously, the layout of your homestead will depend on the size and shape of your land. You can decide what kind of crops you want to grow and which animals you'd like to raise and plan a layout accordingly. The location of your garden, greenhouse, animal shelter, and living quarters should be determined and the necessary structures should be built. Trees should be planted to create shade and provide windbreaks. Also, define the walking paths and consider the slopes on your property. If you plan to use alternative sources of energy for your homestead, consider where you will place your solar panels or wind turbines. Think about how the layout will be during all parts of the year in every season your location goes through. It's important to consider how you will use the existing topography to your advantage and to make sure you understand the local laws regarding off-grid homesteads. 3. Invest in the necessary equipment and supplies. Once you have planned the layout and design of your homestead, it is important to invest in the necessary equipment and supplies for its successful operation. For example, you may require supplies such as a water pump, well drilling equipment, power or fuel sources, or a heating and cooling system in different locations. If your homestead is located in an arid environment, make sure to purchase waterproofing equipment or materials such as rubberized coatings or membranes that help keep the soil and structures dry. You may also need to invest in devices such as a water filtration system to ensure that your family has access to safe drinking water. Finally, you may want to purchase various tools and supplies such as drills and saws in order to build any structures or installations. Go through different scenarios and prepare the best you can when buying tools and supplies, but just like life, there will always be one you forgot or learn that you need, so a big part of this step is adapting and learning as you go. 4. Establish your water and waste management system. The first step in this process is to determine how much water you'll need and where it will come from. To do this, calculate how much water each activity in your homestead requires and total them up. Once you've determined the amount of water your homestead needs, you can start thinking about the best ways to obtain it. This can include sourcing from nearby streams and rivers or drilling a well. You may also need to consider water storage and filtration systems. Next, you'll need to consider how to properly deal with your homestead's waste. This includes understanding which parts of the waste must be treated, stored, or disposed of in accordance with local laws or regulations. This can include things like gray water for plants or septic systems for solid waste. Additionally, many off-grid properties take advantage of composting toilets to reduce the amount of waste produced and reused. Creating an off-grid homestead is possible for anyone with a bit of hard work, dedication, and planning. With the right information and the willingness to tackle the task, you can create the perfect off-grid paradise for you and your family. Keep in mind that the success of creating a homestead doesn't happen overnight, but with a little determination and the right strategies and resources, planning an off-grid homestead can be a reality. With that said, the success of creating your own homestead will be determined by the time, research, and effort you put into it. With that in mind, get out and get started now. Your off-grid paradise awaits.